Check, check. Check. Excuse me. I do have a bit of a cough. It's persistent. It has not gone away for weeks. I'm drinking water to try and like attenuate that a little bit, but I can only do what we can do. All right. So this time, guys, if I do get blown up by the SAMs, it will at least be, you know, with a little bit better of a maybe I'll have a more specific excuse than I just suck at this. Been running some so this I'm treating this as a training campaign to learn what I suck at and then fix those things. So you know, as I said in one of the previous missions, knowing how to shoot Mavericks from the Warthog is not the same thing as doing that same thing. Same weapon, right? Same targeting pod, different procedures. Even a similar HOTAS setup, like they're just a little different, right? So you got like pre-planned mode, which in this particular mission makes a ton of sense because we know the exact coordinates that our target is going to be. It's not going to move from there. And what I was trying to do before was just like, okay, slave the Mavericks to the waypoint and hope they hit. Well, there's more to it than that. Obviously, it didn't work. I couldn't get my Mavericks to lock, and by the time I had that kind of in progress, the missiles were already on their way to me, and you know, I got pretty toasty. Also, I didn't order my wingmen to attack until after I had got hit with the missile, and that's probably why they wisely chose to ignore me and fly home, because they're like, this guy doesn't know what he's doing. Even the AI can see that, and they're like, yeah, screw this guy, I'm out. They didn't even make an attack run. So, you know, I ain't gonna blame them. Do want to see one thing, though. Are we carrying the Maverick D or the Maverick Golf? Are we carrying the big... It's the D. Okay, so what that means is we do not have auto handoff mode. So what that means... Crap, I hit the wrong button. What that means is that we're going to have to manually lock those things. So the technique I had in mind before, where I was going to, you know, put the pod on the coordinates and lock the Mavericks onto those coordinates, is generally going to work. But we got to be a little smarter about it this time, and that's what I'm working on here. Okay, so this is our target, clamshell on the right. That's why the stream says clam digging, because we're digging for clamshell radars. I'm going to fire 2 Mavericks at it. Okay, it'll be the one on the right. So we got this kind of open C-shaped array. Got this right, kind of like the point of the curve. What's that? That's going to be Big Bird's search radar. And these are the clamshells. Search radar? Huh. They have 2 different kinds of search radar. I need to do some homework on the SA-10. The major folly last time was like the SA-10 is like... It's like, dude... one does not merely attack that thing. Okay, waypoint 9. Waypoint 8 is going to be our initial... There's some mountains between us and them, so just looking at the terrain here. So this would be good to hide behind. So I'm going to pop up and then hug this. What I was thinking of doing is setting up a visual release point, which so what I want to do is kind of deviate from here and attack south to the north, which will give me a better visual. So from this point, let's say We're gonna do a little better planning this time. Since the Maverick has a range of 7 miles, there is no point in us popping up prior to 7 miles. The missiles are going to start coming in at us, right? So, why are you doing this in feet, buddy? There we go. Okay. So we should pop up no closer than about this. So we're going to do a 7 mile. But see, that's going to give him plenty of time to shoot it. Okay, so let's do this. Let's use the terrain a little bit. That looks good. It's got a little topographical feature we can use. Alright, so we're going to set it up, say 5.5 miles at 135 degrees from that point. And that should give us, all right, I'm going somewhere with this. Yeah, that should do it. Another mistake I made, that Maverick absolutely has to be foresighted. There's no way. And something like this with such a narrow margin of error, that's got to be locked in. All right, 5.5 miles for 135 degrees. We're gonna set that up as a release point. And that's going to get us closer than we care to be, but it'll give him less time to shoot, and hopefully we're going to pop up, acquire, lock, fire, and then break. Like, I want to say this way. Naturally, I want to get this way away from it, but I think we're going to turn to the right, and we're going to dive down behind these mountains. And hopefully that'll give us some cover on the way out. And then we can reacquire a waypoint. I don't know why they want us to fly this way across all this shit, but okay, that'll do it. That's the general idea. What did I say? 5.5 miles for 135 degrees. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. Assuming we have enough time, because we have a timetable. What I would do, IRL, I guess, and maybe you can do this in DCS, is probably put all that stuff, the visual release point, on my DTC. That way I don't have to hit it in during startup when I've got like precious time on the ramp. Ugh. Goodness. Sucks to suck, so I'm sucking a little less this time. I'm probably still going to get shot. There's just, I'm not quite handy enough with these procedures yet. But that's why we're training, right? All right. Max power, or main power. Start 2. Looking for 20% over here. Good. Brought over the hump. Close that canopy before it gets too loud, and we have to file a paperwork about lost hearing. I don't want to do that. Close the spider. Absolute unlimited power. Okay, there we go. All these things on. Is stored heading. Rad alts we're definitely going to need. Just throwing that out there. Let's get those things warmed up. ECM is a thing that we might use, you know, on a damn destruction of enemy air defenses mission. Do you think an ECM pod might be a good thing to use? Well, you know, you know what I didn't use last mission? Yeah, that thing. So I'm not a stupid person. I would say I am a stupid smart person. Not saying I'm smart. But I'm not stupid. I'm just stupid about when I do smart things. It's complicated. Don't worry about it. All right. And we got that. Enter. 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 Okay, over here. Air to ground mode. Get rid of that test crap. We don't need it. We're going to go to weapon. Smiz. Turn on the power to that. We really need this thing to warm up as soon as possible. Targeting pod not timed up. Okay. The reason I really want to get that thing cooking ASAP. How much time we got? Where's our world clock? Is that local or? Yeah, that's local time. Okay, we're missions on Zulu time. We got to take off at 0415 Zulu. Interesting. All right. What I'm hoping is that when the Mavericks warm up, I'll be able to bore sight them using that point on that crane. Alright. Nav system aligned. Which means we can go back here, and where is that VRS? Visual, okay, that one, it's at 9. We're going to cycle up to target is going to be waypoint 9. No, M cell to turn that thing on. See how that was blacked out? If you don't hit M cell, this doesn't do anything and all your work is gone. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to cycle down. No. We want that. Dauber down to, it's that. Bearing, what did I say? 135. Nope. Clear that. Accurate within 10 degrees. Range would be, oh god, it's in feet? Ah! 5.5 miles in feet, ladies and gentlemen, is... Should have brought my calculator into the room. 5.5 times 5,280 is 29,040 feet. Let's just go with 29,000 feet, because, you know, that's... When we're measuring distance on the ground, we use feet in airplanes, right? What the hell? Anyway, and what's the elevation of that thing? Oh, we don't have it on this map. Oh, yeah, we do. Okay. What's its elevation? ASL 5608. Okay, so what that should do is when we get to waypoint 9, it's going to give us some visual cues. Oh, yes, it's working! Oh, I love it. I love it. Foresight. All right. Awesome. All right. Chances of success just got significantly higher. Okay. Okay. Good. Okay. Good. Okay. We got a good pop-up point. It's gonna tell us on our HUD when we should pull up. Then, okay, the attack plan will be after waypoint 8. This is going to give us a visual reference on our HUD. We're going to fly out a little bit to the south of waypoint 9, like what we looked at on the briefing. It's going to give us a pop-up point at 5.5 miles. We're going to pop up over that mountain, hopefully, visually acquire the target, lock it. It should be already lined up. Then DMS down over to the Maverick on the left, lock it, fire it, lock it, fire it, and then get the hell out, taking a down brake to the right, and watch out for those mountains. Alright, that's what we're going to do. I'm happy everything's working. You can probably tell, tone of my voice, I'm a little happier than last time. I was like, oh, gee, please don't hurt me. Now it's like, alright, we're good, let's go get some. Alright, back to your nav mode. Ladies and gentlemen, we might win. Alright. A little exciting. Alright, 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 alright. And we're ahead of schedule. Look at this. Anything else we need to do? We've got the weapons configured. We've got our navigation all set up. We've got our visual release points queued in. Let's go back to that VRS page. We got a little extra time here, surprisingly. VRP, visual release point, right. So then you can dive down in further. The pop-up point. Is that inside or outside of the release point? I'm just gonna leave it. Okay. Alright. Now, if I mess up that whole procedure, we're gonna be in some dookie. Alright, COM1, we need to be on channel 4.
Springfield 1, airborne.
And we're gonna request, you know, request startup
Colt,
after we've done it.
Request startup. Colt 1, request startup.
I wouldn't want to talk to me either. Alright, whatever, let's just go with it. Nose wheel steering on. Bump it forward. Brake checks. Yes, they work. Okay, great. If this works the way I planned it, I'm going to be like really happy about it. Yeah, that could have caused a problem. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and turn the laser on, why not? Save it for the fence. I'm trying to get things a little more... Look, I'm never gonna get this 100% right. Like, this is a full-time job. I don't have anywhere near full-time. I don't even have anywhere near part-time to get this done the way I want it to. But I just really want to, like, whittle away at my procedures and techniques and stuff until I get it as close to, you know... I don't want to say professional as possible, but, you know... The goal is to suck less and less all the time. It's kind of like... It's similar to, like... So I'm studying physics now. I don't know, it kind of leaked out in previous streams, and I put a video about it where I'm doing, like, stupid Star Trek shit and trying to figure out, like, how much antimatter it takes to move a ship at the speed or whatever. It's... Everything I did on that page, every single thing was wrong. And, you know, it's because I haven't done that kind of thing since, like, well, since college. And I won't tell you how long ago that was. It's been about 20 years. So, you know, it's good to dust those things off every now and then. And, no, not every now and then. This is something I really want to do. The thing is, nothing is going to come of it aside from me just loving the process. So... No, I'm not going to use it professionally. I'm not going to use it anywhere, at least in any kind of, like, official sense. but it's worth it for the process. And it's like music in that way. Most people aren't going to be a professional musician, but it's worth doing because it makes your brain better, and it's fucking fun, isn't it? Yeah? So why bother with DCS? Are you going to learn to fly a real plane? I mean, I might. There's some hope there. Oh yeah, more relevant to you guys. This is kind of cool. If you haven't heard this yet, hang on. This is kind of a big deal. I'll take off, and then we'll talk about some new FAA rules, which might interest my fellow Americans who have been, like me, had their dreams of flying shut down again and again and again, and that's why we're playing DCS instead of flying a real airplane. Stand by, stand by. I got some good news for you guys. Hang on. You may have heard it already. A friend at work told me about it, and I was like, oh yes. All right. Hang on, we got this. I'm not going to bother with the wipeout. Let's just take off. And we're 2 minutes ahead of schedule. Back on the stick. Come on. Come on, baby. You can do it. There we go. Off burner. Coming off a burner. There we go. Alright. So, okay. So, why does anybody... I hear this question a lot, and I always have a ready answer. The answer is, hey, why are you getting so far into a combat flight simulator? You guys have heard this, right? Hey, why are you doing that? Yeah, why don't you just fly a real plane? It's like, motherfucker, do you think we didn't already try that? Like, seriously? Get the fuck out. Yeah, I hate it. Not that I hate it when people ask me, but I understand why if you don't know the material or you haven't looked at how much it costs to just get your foot in the door, to get your PPL, or even if you go on the low end. Let's say you skip that altogether. You go Part 103, you fly ultralights. It's still expensive, you know? And there's like 80 different things that could shut down even just general aviation in your life, at least 80. If you go the military route, like I attempted twice, there's even more things that can shut you down. Injuries, illness, like undiagnosed medical conditions that you'd never heard of, like 80 million different things. You can get as far as training and not get past step 1, which was the case with me, like twice. You know, it's just, you get injured, it's like, well, fuck, what do I do now? Well, gee, at least there's general aviation, but then it's kind of a rich man's hobby at this point. Like, you can't really, or rich person's, thing. If you're looking at just getting your PPL, minimum is $7,000. If you're doing really well, it's probably more like 10 or more, out the door with your PPL. And now you have a license to learn how to fly other airplanes and try not to die in the meantime. And if you want to own an airplane, it's like taking out another mortgage on the low end, right? So people haven't done that math. Oh, why don't you fly for an airline? It's like, motherfucker, take my cost of just getting your PPL, and by the time you're hireable, you will have spent 10 times that if you're financing it on your own. This is not within the reach of mere mortals, especially young people starting out on their education, unless they work their, take out crazy amounts of debt. You're talking like $150,000 just to be hireable, which is why folks getting out of the military have such an advantage, because they got it paid for, and they have like the best training in the world, right? So, I'm not going to get into that whole dynamic. There's like and let me tell you, you know what? I'm not getting into that. Sidetrack. I had some good news for you guys. Go to Google and type. I think it's. Let me pause this because this is important. This is actually probably the most relevant thing I say on this stream to you guys. I think it's called. Yes. Know ye this acronym? MOSAIC. MOSAIC. Modernization of Special Airworthiness Certification. Okay. That is important shit. The rules now, per the FAA, are to get a sport pilot's license. The only thing you need as far as medical certifications is a state driver's license. You don't need to get your class 3, jump through that hurdle and then just sign off on it saying it's my fault if I die medically from that point on. No, you don't even need to go that far. All you need is a state driver's license. Second, which cuts the cost of you getting into a flyable aircraft, like a real plane with an actual aircraft, not just a light sport. Okay, and then, but Zilch, I hear you say, I've looked into that already. Light sport aircraft are way more expensive than GA ones.
Nels departure. Clear tactical. Contact Dark Star. UHF channel 16.
Hang on, I got you guys.
Dark Star Colt 1 as fragged. Request Sally corridor via Dream.
Pontiac, airborne.
Code 1, Dark Star, radar contacts, and approved Sally corridor via Dream. Shell tanker available, UHF channel 14, TACAN 83 Yankee. Arco tanker available, UHF channel 15, TACAN 94 Yankee. Picture available on request. Lowdown, West SA-10 active, West SA-15 active, East HQ-7 active.
Alright, so this is going to be in active mode. If anything pings, the way this is set up right now, if this is in self-protection mode, so if it'll react, it's active, the ECM pod. If we receive any, if somebody tries to lock us up, it will automatically attempt to break that lock. When you switch this down into setting 3, it's in like fuck you mode, which just broadcasts crazy amounts of noise and tries to prevent that lock preemptively. But it also says "Here I am" to everybody. This way is a little more, I want to say, stealthy. Oh yeah, light sport aircraft, because that has been used by people, a lot of people who have already had their regular PPL and can't keep the medical anymore. A lot of them switch over to sport pilot. A lot of people who have the means, i.e. money, but not necessarily the medical situation to get their PPL, go with light sport pilot. People who sell light sport aircraft know this and crank the prices up because they know that's the only thing that are available. Because capitalism, yay, is great all the time. There's nothing wrong with it. It's always perfect. Anyway, what has changed now is the previous definition of light sport aircraft is off. And it is now defined only by stall speed. And that stall speed is 81 knots. So if you can find any aircraft, the stall speed is below 81 knots, that now qualifies for you to get your sport pilot's license, and you don't need a medical to get it, and also the amount of training time it takes is half. Instead of 40 hours for a PPL is 20 for the sport pilot. Dude, that went from like $7,000 to $10,000 to like in the $2,000 to $5,000 range, which is still freaking expensive, but it's within the reach of mere mortals, right? And then when you're done, you don't need to necessarily buy your aircraft, but you could rent, let's say, an extra 300S, which has a stall speed of less than 81 miles per hour. You can die if you want. You can kill yourself in that, like, super easy, but you have the opportunity to learn how to fly so that you don't die. So, if you can't tell, I'm super excited about this because it means that for the price of a super high-end PC system or more, maybe 2 of those, you can get a sport pilot's license, which will allow you to fly crazy numbers of cool aircraft. And if I remember correctly, what's the stall speed of a Spitfire, guys? I think it's below 81. You land at like, what, 60, 70? I mean, I'm not saying... I mean, guys, they just opened up the door for a lot of people who, if you want to assume the risk of like dying and you don't want to get all litigious about it, be like, yeah, if I crash into something, that's on me. Well, maybe sport pilot is a much better option as of a couple of weeks ago than it has been in years past. That opens up the door for lots and lots of cool stuff, guys. I'm super excited about it. I wanted to mention that to you guys. If you're on DCS because you're like, man, I just can't fly. If you're in the U.S., crazy amounts of opportunities are open now. and that's a real license, right? It's not like just getting your ULA and hoping for the best, or taking a course for, like, what I was going to do is paramotors, but the major reason I haven't done ultralights is because I don't have anywhere to keep one currently. Paramotors, I don't, like, I'm confident now I could hop in an ultralight and probably not die in it. Paramotors are a whole new thing, an entirely different skill set. It's still physics, it's still flight, it's still, you know, the things that you and I probably both know, but it's a totally different control mechanism. But light sport aircraft or whatever they're calling it now, I mean, you guys already know that if you're playing DCS and you've done it for a while, you have already kind of like the basic, at least the basic principles down. And the transition wouldn't be too horribly crazy for you. I'm not a pilot. I'm not an instructor. I'm not anyone you should be listening to. What I'm saying is, now you know what to look for online, because Mosaic has changed everything. The new sport. Let's fence in here. Master arm on. Laser on. I'm not really at the point to do a good fence check, but we're doing it early. All right, we're in good shape. We're in good shape, guys. And what was our push time for waypoint 7? So I guess we could orbit a little bit, but we are the... I think as long as we're behind the fighter sweep, we're going to be okay. This is the range of an SA-15. Oh, I didn't take that into account when we did our plans. Okay, if something kills me, that's probably going to be it. Anyway, yeah, look it up. It's... I'm not saying DCS translates to real flight skill. At least not one-to-one, certainly not. It's better than nothing. You need to know how airplanes fly and how flight controls work and all that good shit. How to navigate. What I found before I ran out of money for my PPL, the thing that helped me the most was the Spitfire. Doing landing patterns with the Spitfire was super, super helpful, because that thing does not forgive the wrong bank angle or sink rate that's too high, or basically any longitudinal problems. You're just gonna break the plane, and that translated really well to trying not to break the Piper Cherokee I was flying. So I mean, but other things are kind of negative training too. Like what I'm doing right now. Look what I'm doing. I've got my head down here, right? We're flipping switches. You know, they call it digital cockpit simulator, because most of the time, I would say, because we don't have any physical sensations, we got our heads around here, and if you're flying GA, you need to be mostly, I think it's like 80-20 up here. You know, look around. This is the world. You know, and then check down here for reference. Okay, I'm at 268, 28,000. Okay, and a left-hand turn, turning through north to west. Okay, back up here again. Look around, watch for traffic, take in the view. That's the whole point. The whole reason for you to be here is to, like, you know, be flying and looking at the world around you, and not like buried down here, unless you're doing IFR. But you ain't there yet if you're just getting your PPL, right? So, yeah, that's a whole other thing. That's a completely distinct, you know, skill set. So, actually, if I were to orbit, I'd want to orbit around waypoint 6 here, because 7, 8, 9. Uh, 7 is pretty close to that. That's within the threat ring of the SA-10 we're tasked on. Anyway, yeah, check it out. Hop online and see if it makes any sense for you, because if you're like me, it's like one setback after the other. And, you know, if you're trying to fly IRLs, you know, that is, with today's economy, not it wasn't viable 5 years ago, and now it's way worse. So like unless you're a single person with twice the income that a family of four might need, it's looking pretty dire. Or unless you have a rich benefactor or somebody willing to cut you the deal of the century on flight training. Like it's just not, you know, getting a PPL is just, oh hey, why don't you get a flight? You know, how many times have you heard that? Why don't you just get your private license and fly Cessnas? It's like, dude, take 15 minutes on Google as if you were to do that and get back to me and you will know the answer as to why I am not doing that and playing DCS instead. Yep. The second viable, even if you go experimental, like those are expensive too. Like it's kind of ridiculous. Like experimental used to be kind of like the workaround. Like say you could get your PPL, and yet, you know, you couldn't. Your goal was airplane ownership. Experimental was kind of like the loophole, or home builds, kit planes, etc., etc. There's a whole subject. You know, that can be a deep dive if you want. Ask somebody who knows what they're talking about. But generally, those have gotten almost as expensive as
All players, Dark Star, pre-push briefing. Full up war, visibility good, clear skies. Picture available on request. Lowdown, West SA-10 active. West SA-15 active. East HQ-7 active.
yeah, so factory-built aircraft are, you know, if you're looking at home builds, kit planes, experimental, blah blah blah, they're in the realm of, you know, factory-built aircraft now. It's not like the cheat code it used to be. So then people are like, oh, what about light sport? And then you look at those, and they're at least as expensive as you know, your Cessnas and Cherokees and stuff. It's ridiculous. Hopefully, this new regulations will allow a lot more people to fly, and I hope to count myself in that number. I gotta pause here and adjust my lights in the room. And I'm not gonna use the Google commands because last time I did that, it when I was reviewing my video, I was watching my video to see, like, hey, where did I make mistakes? How could I have done this mission better? I was given the out loud Google commands, which I will not do now, and it started like my speakers, the microphones heard it, and they started changing the lights in my room. And we're living in the future, and sometimes that's cool, and sometimes it's just annoying. Alright, so we're going to test, hopefully steer point 9 isn't all jacked up because of my visual release points that I pre-programmed. Hopefully it is a nice, cozy guide that will show us where to go on the way in.
Altitude. 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 Pull up. Pull up.
Trying to be all sneaky breaky here because we're well within the threat ring of that SA-10. They haven't painted us with the radar yet. What's this? Flankers. Well, hopefully the escort flight takes care of those guys. Otherwise, we're going to have to swing rolls. I don't really feel like going air to air while I'm doing my meticulous, you know. I think there's a slightly better than even chance we succeed in this mission this time. If we do it right, we use terrain masking, and we get the drop on them. All right, F-15s about our 5 o'clock, hopefully high, hopefully launching AMRAAMs at those flankers. We haven't been painted by any radars yet, so at least no ground radar. Oh yeah, I forgot something in my startup.
Counter.
You bastards. Good thing we're ahead of time. Well, maybe we can drag him into forward flight.
Forward 1, splash bandit.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about.
40 at 30.
Every now and then things work out. Now, if these guys are chasing us, then maybe Ford can get the drop on them.
Colt 1, Dark Star. Check north for container.
Oh shit. Did I just bust the container? Oh my god. Okay, I almost busted the container.
2, engage defensive.
Chaff. Flare.
3, engage defensive.
Come on, Ford, where you at?
2, 4, engage defensive.
Counter. Chaff.
3,
Flare.
missile launch, 12 o'clock. 3, rejoin.
Altitude.
4, rejoin.
That was a little close. Ain't that some shit?
Chaff.
Okay.
Flare.
Well, we're going air to air, and we are going to shoot a couple AMRAAMs at this dude. Where'd you go, buddy? I see your contrails. And,
Forward 1, splash bandit at pulse 079 for 30 at 35,000.
did I just accidentally hit teamwork? Yes, I believe we did. Okay, let's go with that. All right, on to Steer Point 9. This is getting a little tense up in here. Whew. Hey, getting shot at is what we do in on these seed and deed flights. So here's a question. So if you write SEAD, it's pronounced seed if I understand correctly, suppression of enemy air defenses, and if it's destruction of enemy air defenses, it's DEAD. Do you pronounce that dead or deed? Or dead or whatever? How do you say that in this context? I don't know. So I'm going to blow through waypoint 8 here. And then we're going to mosey to 9 and hopefully use that visual release points that we programmed earlier. Once I hit 8, I'm going to switch to 9, then switch over here to the targeting pod and try and acquire that clamshell. So if I hadn't gone ahead of time, if I had timed my flight a little more accurately, I probably wouldn't have gotten shot at by those flankers. What probably would have happened is Ford would have got him. But we're kind of pushing forward a little, you know.
Counter.
God. I say 10? Oh, they already know we're here, that
Chaff.
bastards.
Flare.
Am I a little too high? Alright, so my plan is already ruined.
Counter.
What I was gonna do was stay close enough to the deck to where they couldn't see me, but apparently that doesn't work as I wanted it to.
Counter. Low.
I'm already out of counter? Jeez, dude.
Stand 1 o'clock.
Yeah, I heard.
Altitude.
Stand 1 o'clock.
Out.
Man, I'm out of countermeasures already. That's fun. Should have been a little more stingy with those. Which means just get out of here. Alright. Track IR is a problem. It's not working the way I want it to. Since they already know we're here, we're going to do that. Hopefully that'll prevent them from acquiring us. Going to waypoint 9. I'm way off course already. But that's fine. We're all fine here now, thank you. Go to the targeting pod.
3, rejoin. 4, rejoin.
Alright.
3, rejoin. 4, rejoin.
Alright, we're going to engage primary.
Flight. Attack
Altitude.
primary target and rejoin. Flight.
Altitude.
Attack primary target and rejoin.
So, I'm really going to need to skim the ground, because
Altitude.
that pull-up point I made was way the hell back here.
Altitude. Altitude.
Or is that actually waypoint 9? That looks like it's actually waypoint 9. Alright, so the thing I put in
Altitude.
carefully, and because, you know, I'm trying to be
Pull
cool,
up.
didn't work. That's fine. My radar altitude is like 170, 210, 170, 160. Yeah, we're doing that. Pre-plan mode. Okay, we're doing it. We're going in. I wouldn't. All right. Wait, what's going on here?
Altitude.
I'm discombobulated.
Altitude.
All right. Let's go back to waypoint 8 and try this again.
Altitude. Altitude.
Oh, I see what's going on. I think. No, I don't. I don't know anything about what's going on. I think I messed up waypoint 9.
Altitude.
There we go. That looks good. That'll do.
Altitude.
Whoa, hey. Somebody's getting lit up.
Springfield 1.
Slant range.
Engaging Sam at bullseye 2, forward 1 for 18.
Shit.
Counter.
So the ground clutter helps because I'm screwed.
Altitude. Altitude.
If this was a G.I. Joe episode, I'd punch out right now, right before the missile hits. Oof. Alright. Almost had it. Almost had it. You saw what happened, right? I was trying to get a lock on that clamshell. Almost had the thing. And right before I got the lock, it's like they saw it coming and decided to shoot a missile at me. This is their job. Well, we're surviving better than last time. Doing better, but I would like to win this time. Alright. Let's get that thing on our nose, at least as close as we care to get it. Over here. Oh, come on.
Counter.
Come on, lock, baby, lock! This is when I'm gonna die, right? Right here, because I'm getting... Come on, lock, 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 lock! Fuck. Okay. This is nonsense. Got the pod on it, but the Maverick wouldn't lock up.
Counter.
Springfield 1, in from the east, engaging Sam at bullseye 241 for 18.
Well, another thing we could do is just bleed them dry of missiles. You see what I want to do here? Ah! Okay. Maybe if I switch my pod over to mode 2, they're less likely to see me coming over the top of this hill. If I'm just blasting ECM, they're gonna see, hey, that's loud. I'll shoot at it.
Altitude. Altitude. Counter.
Nope. Well, at least it broke the lock.
Counter. Pull up. Pull up. Counter.
I should be dead so many times over by now.
Counter.
This my fuel is a concern. Alright, so I got him on the beam. There's obstruction between me and that. This is some insane shit.
Pull
Alright.
up.
Cruiser 0 on the target. Should be able to get... No! Lock up, baby. Lock, 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 lock. That's why it's drifting. Why? Why is it even... God damn it! close enough, I guess. The Maverick isn't going to be on point, so I'm going to have to fiddle the joystick until it locks correctly. Somehow, I don't like my chances on that. Come on! Alright, this is just ridiculous. This is not going to be a successful run right here. Alright, cursor 0. On this. There. Over here. And I can't see shit. There. Come on, lock. Come on.
Altitude.
There's a tiny heat signature I need to get. Come on, you can do it. Come on. Right there. Come on. Force correlate would be really good right now. Come on. Lock. Do it. Are you too good for your home? This is just... They've got to be out of missiles by now. I may as well just go in and strafe this shit. God, come on, lock! What the hell am I doing wrong here? If the Maverick won't lock, this mission is hosed from the start. Like, this should be a different... There!
Counter.
I might have gotten a little excited about that.
Counter.
Alright, put him on the beam. Go. Hit the deck. Come on, hit. And what the hell are my wingmen doing?
Springfield 1. Kill Sam at bullseye. 241 for 18.
They shut down my... Dude. After all that, they shot down my Maverick. I'm just gonna like... Yes!
Counter.
Ha 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 ha!
All players, Dark Star. West SA-10 destroyed.
Well, I don't believe so because I'm taking missiles from them. What I want to know is why my Alright, let's take another shot at that other clamshell. Feeling a little saucy.
Dodge 1. In from the southeast. Engaging bunker at bullseye 235 430.
Wait, did I hit the wrong thing? I think the Maverick glommed onto something else. Alright, that works. Fuck it. Alright. Maverick, you are not going to be locking onto anything up in the sky. This mission, anyway. I won't say I haven't done it, but I've definitely done that. Rifle. Okay, let's get the hell out of here.
Caution. Caution.
Caution. What caution?
Counter.
Store's config. Okay, yeah, that's right. I need to be Cat 1, but I'm not going to worry about that right now, because I just don't want to die. Alright, let's go to steer point 10 and get the hell out of here. If I had my prefs, I'd go in there and strafe every last damn vehicle. Matter of fact, what do you guys think?
Field 1, showtime. You're dead.
That's not us, that's different flight. Alright, so Cat 1, so we're nimble. How much fuel we got? Half a tank. I'm feeling pretty damn pissed off. Let's tease them a little bit. If they start spamming, what the hell is this crap? Oh, that's the HQ-7. Yeah, I'm gonna fly right through that. Cannon to the left of me.
Pull up. Pull up.
Oof.
Altitude.
Okay.
Task 1, in from the northeast, engaging utility at Old 140 for 15.
MiG-21s? You gotta be shitting me. Okay, let's just go home, guys. I would love to tangle with all these guys, but like, I'm gonna save my gun because just the way the luck has been going this mission, those MiG-21s are gonna show up between us and, you know, home, and I'd love to take a shot at those guys. All right, so let's be a little dainty about this. Oh, those MiGs are. Oh okay. You know what? We don't have an option now. We have to engage. Oh, that's not good. Well, I mean, for them.
Task 1, kill utility at Bullseye 133 for 15.
Fox 2. Get the hell out. Eat shit. And you? I hate you. Fuck. Ah! Get off of my wingman, buddy. You're gonna eat a face full of AMRAM. I'm gonna mad dog that shit. Probably not the best move I could have done. Alright, dogfight mode.
Lock.
Alright, come on, bitch. Ah, man.
Altitude. Altitude.
Hell of a mission, one way or the other.
Task 1, in from the west, engaging utility at Bullseye
Can't see anything.
134 for 15.
No! Wait. That's the bad guy. I fell for the lizard tail. Alright. Oh, that does it. Okay, gets a break on this one. At least we're not dead. Ah, come on. Gonna run him out of gas. If he's in burner this way. Come on, come on, come on. Need a stable shot, stable shot, stable shot. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, get into it, get into it. Relax, relax. That looks like it should have hit to me, but...
Altitude.
Task 1, kill utility at Bulls 134 for 15.
I'd give a lot for another wonder right now.
Task 1, kill utility at Bulls 134 for 15.
Either way, he's not hurting us.
Counter.
Bolt 1.
Fuck!
Showtime. You're dead.
And I'm out of gun rounds too. Son of a bitch ass. Weapons deployment on your planned target is still authorized. Ah! I guess it doesn't matter right now.
Ford 1, Splash Bandit at Bullseye 093 for 16 at 17,000.
Who got me? Who fucking shot me? Was it this little turd over here? What were you guys doing? This whole time. Okay, so I got 3. Ugh! So I've got 4 F-16s. 4 F-16s, and I've given them orders to engage whatever, and they're just like, no, I don't feel like it. What are they fucking... They're just, oh, I'm just gonna fly formation. Like, what the... I'm on the right channel? Well, we did better than last time, but that, I am not happy with any of that, fucked up dudes there. I did get one of the MiGs. Couldn't get my guns to hit the second guy. I was saddled up on him. I was just gonna wear him down until he leveled out and ran out of gas and strafe his ass. Then I guess this little freaking shithead, where'd he go? I bet one of the A-10s shot that MiG-21 down while my wingmen were out here with their thumbs up their asses. Probably shot him with a gun too. To quote
Task 1,
Nine Inch Nails,
engaging utility at Bulls 144 for 16.
where the hell were you? Wait, let me try something. Wait, just see if they'll follow an RTB command. My radio is, I'm not getting, hang on, no, I know I turned that on. I was talking to ATC. Yeah, we're
Task 1, kill utility at Bulls 140 for 15.
Damn, am I not happy about that. Alright, well, nothing left but to fly home and bitch about it. Well, what I learned this mission is I need to practice with the gun in the F-16, which is I gotta say for a warbird guy. All right, well we did destroy the target. That's cool. That's kind of a nut shot to me because I'm in an F-16 in perfect saddle position on a freaking MiG-21 and I couldn't seal the deal. Like, come on. Like, I'm better than that. Anyway. Yeah, I need to get in some reps on that apparently. Otherwise, everything else did way better than last attempts. We hit the target. I hit 2 clamshell radars with my missiles. Shut the sight down, mostly. My wingmen didn't do shit. Had they done literally anything, we probably would have gotten all those MiG-21s and the entire damn SAM site wiped out, and then we could have strafed it and flown home and been all happy. But that's not what happened. So, you know, I guess the question is, do I fly this again or just take those lessons and go home and move on to the next one? I don't know, man.
All players, Dark Star. All strikers have egressed.
Now, a sane pilot who knew what he was doing and knew how to do this would hit the tanker, but I am none of those things. So we're just gonna crawl along at max. I don't know what's max conserve on this thing. Probably need to get up higher, don't I? Losing a gunfight to a 21 is pretty shitty. In my defense, I didn't lose it to the 21 I was saddled up on. I lost it to his wingman. Well, I figured that my 3 other F-16s were going to handle that, but they just got shot and did stupid shit. I don't know. Probably I screwed up the radio controls. Kick in the burner. Hey, what's up? No, if I kick in burner right now, it'll last exactly 10 seconds. I would like to make it back to the home bizzle. That's not looking too likely. And I almost broke the container. Why is it sending me way the hell out there? What time is it? Oh, shit. That's a problem. I have an appointment I have to leave for in 30 minutes, one way or the other. So whether the mission is complete, the stream will be complete. at that time. And we'll just kind of assume I had enough fuel to get back and I made a perfect landing and everything was cool, right? Right? Right. Alright. 15,000 feet. Let's level this out a little bit. Yeah, I didn't expect anybody to show up on the stream at all. How's it going? Yeah, I'm just kind of wasting time. I should be packing things up to move, but like I did that all morning and I'm like, I'm taking a break. I'm going to blow some things up. So here we are. One of those things I'm going to blow up is probably the F-16 I'm currently in. Yeah, let's compress some time. This is going to take like forever. I don't see Vegas yet even. This may not go very well. 1,200 pounds. Where are we? Here? To here? 60 miles out. I don't know. Whoa, whoa, whoa. No, I don't want to sink that much. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Damn time compression. Any little thing, yeah. Alright, there's the racetrack. Okay. There's hope yet. If I get to that racetrack, I'm pretty sure I can glide the rest of the way in. I don't know, does my radio do anything? Ho ho ho, we're gonna make it after all. Yeah, Brad, I don't know if you heard yet, but I don't know if you were would have or so excited about this as me, but they changed the light sport pilot license. I got like at the start of the stream, I talked about it for like freaking 30 minutes. Where the short version is this: you don't need to pass a class 3, 1, or 2 flight physical to get your sport pilot's license, which is a 20-hour license instead of the 40 for the regular private. And also, light sport aircraft has now been redefined, not by weight or speed or capabilities or anything like that, but the sole thing that defines a light sport aircraft is stall speed, which is at 81 knots. So if the plane stalls at less than 81 knots, you can fly it with a sport pilot license, which includes some craziness, which means that flying, getting a pilot's license is now in the realm of most mere mortals, and flying some badass aircraft is also pretty damn doable. So really, really, really excited about that. I still got to sell a house and move and all those other things, but hopefully within a year after that, I could at least start that thing and start flying real aircraft instead of, well, in addition to the fake ones that we do on DCS, and I'm super, super happy about it.
Altitude. Altitude.
I mean, that opens up. I know the extra 300S qualifies, which is bitchin'. I mean, I don't think I'd ever. I mean, I'd love to fly one of those. Who am I kidding? But the idea is you can. I mean, you can add on to Sport Pilot. You can add on stuff like complex aircraft, and you can do cross country shit, and you can get like waivers and exemptions for all kinds of things. So it's not the kind of more dead end license it used to be, from what I can tell. Not dead end, but like it's actually worth getting. Ha! 800. Whew, I might be a glider when I touch down. £800? Have I done this yet? Drop my bags in final. Yeah. What are these dipshits doing? Certainly not anything that helps with the mission, that's for sure. Yeah, be sure to leave your weapons in safe next mission too, guys. We don't need to kill anything. We're fighter aircraft, you know? Don't. What are you doing? Get the hell out of here. What the? What are you, a tadpole? Get it. I am disappointed in my wingmen. Very disappointed. They bring great shame upon this house. But hey, I touched down safely, and I don't think I broke anything aside from the tailpipe that took a missile. You know, I got 700 pounds of gas. That's plenty to get taxi back to the hangar. You know, I'm gonna back taxi. Screw it. Yeah, this is the point where I just don't care, because I have an appointment I gotta go to. So I'm breaking all the rules. I don't care. Realism to hell, because reality is reality. Anyway. Alright, well, we took out the target. Killed a MiG. Got shot by a MiG. Should have killed 2 MiGs. Actually, we should have killed 3. Actually, my flight should have done literally anything. Had they done literally anything, it would have been a resounding success. And, am I blaming them? Yeah, in part. But also, I probably messed up the radio or somehow. I don't know, but I'm going to call this good right here because I got to get ready and go. I got to go get new tires. Thrilling. Absolutely thrilling. And I'm just going to shut it all off because, like, hell with it. I don't care. Yeah, buddy, that's how we roll. Just park right here in front of where the B1s are going to go. Just following the examples set by my AI wingman, you know, just like, fuck it. Anyway, what do we get? 2 air defense targets, one MiG-21, and who shot me? I think it was a MiG-21. Yeah. Oh, I'm the asshole. I'm the asshole this mission. When I mad dogged those AMRAAMs, they latched onto Colt 1-3 and hit them. Okay, so whatever I was complaining about, that's way worse. Oh, okay. We can do better. I'm gonna wipe this one because I want to do it again and get it right. And let's pretend like I didn't mad dog AMRAAMs where you know, my wingman was, because whatever. No wonder they. Ooh, okay. Yeah. Sometimes you live long enough to see yourself turn into the monster you've been fighting, guys. And that was today. So thanks for watching. Catch you guys later. And one day, maybe next time I won't suck at all.